tubaaniriza nate on another podcast wanoku Raccoon Media, our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please we kindly beg you to do so, and like, comment, give us feedback on our podcast. Tugezaako kulabanga we streamline our work na yete tusola chikola without you, our esteemed listeners. So that's why we humbly request you to kind of jump in and do the needful. Yes, we are back again with more that have been going on in the country. Zari, naiba nang, relationship ya laki Zari, ya laki Jorali. Mu ddoboozi ly'omwana oyo wa TikTok yatugambye obugambo omwana oyo kati isebo yaliko ku TikTok. But our boss lady ne munne Shakib Champ on
Shakib Chams.
Yeah. Shakib
Chams.
Atoloza relationship ya Lucky Jolly teyaje tusuddemu ne mwana Zari ayagala obutaala. Zari wayagalira obutaala we wano. Number one thing, emboozi yaabwe eyali private. Ye lwaki agituleetera mu limelight oba ku live atandika okusabula munne amukube left and right. I don't understand why women, when they get an opportunity like that in a relationship, bo baagala okulaga nti balungi nnyo, ffe ebyaffe bye twayogeredde eno mu nzikiza, bonga bakola ki? Bonga tebaagala bisootingira there. Because I think all this happened mu private, mu relationship yaabwe. All of a sudden, omuntu ataddeko akasimu, ajeyo akaboto oba ka wine yaliyemu ka wine mu giraasi ye, atamidde ng'atandika kusabula munne. What do you think about that?
I think ogambye Zari ayagala obutaala.
Yes.
Because conversation here with the private yajile say, but everyone who dates Zari, it's like someone dating Sheila Gashumba and says, Sheila Gashumba ayagala obutaala. No, Sheila has been the socialite.
Okay.
Since day one.
They don't have private life?
Well, because that is what they feed on. That is their job. As you wake up and you go to your 9 to 5, that is also their job. As much as they have other businesses they do, they have also made money from that. You get what I'm saying? And apart from that, Zari alitaletanga ko bintu byabwe mu public. But Shakib one day woke up, nakola interview with one of the enemies of Zari. Gwebaita Mange Kimambi. The lady has an app, the Mange Kimambi app. She's a Tanzanian. Shakib Achimanyo Yomukazi is always out there for Zari. Alumba Zari left, right, center.
I don't think she knew. Just like Zari came out and said she didn't know that Diamond was coming. Maybe he also didn't know that Mange Kimambe.
No, it is a very common thing. Even a Tanzanian who was born today. It is only you who doesn't know Mange Kimambe.
I knew Mange Kimambe from you.
Yes, but the Tanzanians know Mange Kimambe.
But Shakib is not Tanzanian.
But he has been to Tanzania. He knew what was going on. He has seen this woman online. You cannot be someone's husband. This interview happened recently. It's not even 5 months ago. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And Mange Kimambi has been out there for Zari for years now. You cannot become someone's husband and you don't see this woman who is always out for your wife. Kati, let's say nze ba wange gwembeera naye ne wabaawo omuntu ataakinga leero nkyaluli ba wange n'atakimanya ne sitamugambako nti omuntu ono buli kaseera
kituufu
kitegeera and then ne bakusasula because Mange Kimambe bw'ofuna news ne bwenfuna leero news metse ku Mama Samia Suluhu oba nyina we namulabye ng'alina kyakola
right
ne mukubira ne mugamba nyina news about the lady president Mama Samia Suluhu agenda kunsasula asasula abantu okumuwa interview ayina basasula $100, $2,000, $3,000, depending on the relevance of your interview.
Oba y'olugambo.
Oba okitegeera. So asasula abantu era Shakibu baamusasula okukola interview ku mukazi we.
Naye, was it making sense? I'm sure you listened to it.
Regardless,
You cannot go
to a person who has been poking your wife here today, tomorrow, whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but anyway, back to what brought
Because
us today.
the moment, yes, and I'm talking about socialite, whatever you're calling that, he brought it to the social, she brought it. He was the first to play that game. And whatever, you see, that is what I say.
Oh, girl, you're...
Yes.
He ain't. It's Zari who did. It's Zari who did it, who brought it to limelight, and then this guy was like, okay, nange kange, then they're defending.
No. Interview, okay, let me tell you, you should be following these things properly. Interview ya Shakib ya soka. Then Zari nakola ne Milad Ayo. These are all socialites of Tanzania. So I know what I'm talking about here.
Okay.
Yes. So since he wanted to, and even if Shakib was to come after Zari had given an interview, at least not to Mange Kimambe.
But
I have no problem with him giving an interview about Zari.
But Olaba, what I
But
always
not
tell you that
Mange
me, I
Kimambe.
have issues with women that have had kids in other relationship.
Let me tell you.
First thing,
That is stereotyping women. Don't even say it like that.
I am not.
Because
I'm not
even
trying
women
to,
could say that they have issues with men who have had children with.
And it's okay.
And I think
it's okay.
Let me tell you, and I think the right words to use are not saying I have issues with women or men who have had kids. Yes, I have my fears.
Yes, that's why.
But issues,
okay,
really?
Thank you for correcting me. Nina okutya eri abantu nga bayina their previous relationships in zivaamu n'abaana okitegeera, because of the insecurities that I come with on the table. You get, first thing first, nalabye video, really. Nange personally, if I was in that relationship, I saw a video of Zari and Diamond squeezing zero distance. You get my point?
What is squeezing?
Nga benyiga.
Dancing.
Squeezing nga emikono giyise mu kiwato ono akabina akatadde ku ssemu
No,
dondoli.
let me drive my point home.
I am the one who is driving my point home.
No, let me drive
And you
my
were
point.
supposed to
Because,
serve
you
me.
cut me short. You cut me short and then you brought another thing. No, let me drive my point home like I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Even if Shakib was to give an interview, it shouldn't have been Mange Kimambi.
Okay.
Anyone else. Milad. Because Milad is a neutral journalist. He's actually really a journalist. You get what I'm saying? Worked for Clouds for years and all these other platforms. He advertises. He's a neutral journalist. He advertises for every other artist, celebrities. You get what I'm saying? He has no ground where he says, I can't do this for this one. Na ye n'ogende wa Mange Kimambi gw'owulira buli lunaku ng'avuma mukazi wo n'ebituma omukwatako n'abiyingiramu gwe n'osalawo gw'ogenda okuwa interview, whether it's relevant, irrelevant, it shouldn't have been Mange Kimambi. And that is the problem I have with men.
Okay.
Men put out their clothes.
What is that?
Enjala.
Okay.
Ngeza kapa.
Eh.
Kapa omanye kwagula ng'oginyiizizza.
Ziba munda.
Naye bwe maloni. Kati men put out their clothes. What they don't realize is that women have longer clothes. That when women put out their clothes and start doing what they were doing, giving them a dose of their own medicine, it will hurt them more. It shouldn't hurt. Because you do these things to people's daughters. And when it is your turn, you cannot take the test of your own medicine. You can't take a pill of it. Why? I am saying why?
So you're in support of...
I don't even care. Someone actually came out and said that abakazi mubayisa bubi nga mwe mwagala ne mubakola kino ne mubakola kiri naye mbabuulira nti omukazi bw'asalawo nti kati kama mbaya ni mbaya ama zangu ama zako ne sitaani afuna olupapula n'atandika okuwandiika. Omukazi ayinza okutwala mu kkooti nga gwe wamuzaalamu abaana agamu abazaalira mu mukwano mungi n'akulemerako mpaka obulamu bwo bwe budda ku zero.
I know that. Women they don't have remorse.
But even men do not have remorse. Do you know how many times women talk before they get to that level? And that is why wise men tell you, speak to your wife. Understand her when you have to. Because if she talks and gets tired of talking,
so you want
she will become the cat you don't want to see.
So you want to tell me Shakib yayogedde na blocking Zari kuja online? Because I feel like this would have been solved behind the doors.
Well, Shakib has already shown that he's not man enough. From the time, let me tell you, your wife's enemy is your enemy. As long as you're married to someone, you have kids, you sleep on the same bed.
Which kids does Shakib have with this woman?
Well, you marry someone who has kids.
They become your kids.
They become your kids. If you do not want, then you shouldn't be coming into that. Let's not stop acting like children. Yes. You marry someone who has kids, you are going to be a father figure. And that is why it's very hard for some women who have a certain thinking that omusajja atanjagalira mwana nze sina gye mulaza nti ayagala nze na mubiri gwange naye omwana wange bwajja n'atuula awo alaba nga amusumbuwa.
Naye Zari ye yalabise nga ayina ezzalawo. Yalabise nga azaala wakagaayi
kati kankubulya nti abasajja lyezalawo lye mutagala n'abakazi mubawa ekitiibwa kyabwe kyengezaako kugamba it's a way to think, it's a two-way thing. Kiriwa kyeyamuwa
nti teyagenze online kugamba lwaki omusajja
nga abuuza atya ng'omusajja ayina abaana wali.
It is okay, right?
Abuuza takkirizibwa.
That is okay.
Zine relationship za Lakizale ze yayingiramu alina obigumira.
kakati
ndagamba kasuku yagaye Zari bweyaze ku live natali kugamba diamond
naye wawulidde mu bigambo byayogedde sebo yagambye nti Diamond aleeta ssente asasula ssente z'abaana every and the kids study from international schools. I was like, okay, Shakib, please go back to the gym. Because man, really, if she stops the father of her kids from coming, and you cannot afford the lifestyle. He's the one who funded the birthday.
Yeah,
he sent all the money, and
he sent the money,
mother
and he
talked to the daughter
decided
that okay, this is what your father sent.
Daughter.
This is what you're going to spend on the birthday. This is what you're going to spend buying this and that, and the rest we're going to save it. And I'm like, bruh, okay, I understand that. There is no need of blocking this guy from coming in. But the thing is that my problem, number one, the video that circulated when Zari and Diamond were
kati omukazi yababuuzizza mwagala taata w'omwana w'abagambe amugambe nti jangu tuzinemu agaana anyiige.
Are you telling me those are the only people that are cooperating? Let's take an example of Eddie Kenzo and Rema. You want to tell me that when Rema takes this key to Eddie Kenzo,
Rema has a different character. Rema si atwala mwana oyo wa Kenzo.
Okay, so
buli omu ayina engeri gye yeeyisaamu. Anjagala abantu bakitegeere. Zari tagenda kweyisanga Rema. Maybe Zari ye yayagala akikolebwa. Zari waliwo ekiseera kye yali tayogera na Diamond. Nga tiboogera.
Era yalaze nti Diamond was complaining nti buli waakuba essimu ya Zari tagikwata mbu abeera bize n'omwami we
amuwe ennamba z'abantu abalala era n'azimuwa.
House girl seba ayina ennamba ya Diamond gwekyo kimanyi. House girl aba asiimula ennyumba ng'ani akuba essimu Diamond.
Platinums, Tata Tifa, Baba Tifa.
Zari nangampe ku namba ya Diamond. Just yabule. Nkubirengako ku kisimu wali wonna ngambe WhatsApp koma sava. Mugambe nange sava bien. Yeah? That was crazy.
No, but she's been taking care of those kids for a long time, and sometimes she even travels with them.
Bamuyita na auntie.
Bamuyita auntie, bote bamuyita house girl.
Mwabakulira mu ssente mwabayitanga mutye mu Uganda.
But I think nafe twakulanga auntie.
Oh, your real aunties. Okay.
No, we had like in my home in Tanzania, we had those kinds of people, but we also never called them house girls.
Right.
They were aunties.
Monange fabakulira mu kyalo, it was our mothers, our grandparents.
Which is a good thing. I also went to my grandmother. My grandmother was a tough one, tough nut to crack. It's a beautiful thing. You learn a lot from them. I think my grandmother was one of the most ambitious women, so she was a tough nut to crack. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing to grow up with your people, and it's actually a very good thing to respect those people who take care of your children. And the fact that we call them aunties, they actually felt part of the family. They didn't feel like house girls. It's better than treating these people like house girls and making them feel like you're a house girl. You're not part of the family. You can't do this. You can't do that. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's a good thing for people to treat these people as family. Give them names that feel good.
Ebigambo byayitanga nti abo babakyala ng'oli asobola abawa as they are preparing chicken and matoke for the family. Boba batera wali ebbali akawunga kaabwe n'ebijanjaalo. And I'm like, which kind of lifestyle is that?
In my father's home, no one actually even ate kawunga because my father believed kawunga is for the dogs. I am sorry to say, but
if the Kenyans hear
even the Tanzanians will get angry.
Kenya kawunga bakalya ne ku breakfast. Nga yakaze okukatana
No, even some tribes in Tanzania.
Ate akawunga kaabwe omanyi kakaluba kalinga ejjinja ate bakalirako ennyama nga temuli supu. Ne bateekako amata ago bagayita bate galinganga boga gawe
maziwa ya mtindi, maziwa mara,
bagayiwamu lemon ne gakutuka and I'm like,
oh no, it doesn't have to be made like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be made like that. Na yechi abikaba yayagala quick process. Chova agateekamu lemon ne gakutuka. But you have seen me making that kind of milk.
Oh, yeah.
See wamu lemon kutuka.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
back to
one thing
this.
is for sure. Shakib waba yayingira mu kino ayina okukkiriza. And that is how, because people who have seen this relationship of Zari and Diamond,
there is no man out there that is going to accept to be disrespected. Now, yes, okay, now you're talking.
Babatakkiriza kifulumemu wali wamusibiddewo naye relevance ajagala alaba nga bw'anaava ku Zari tebagenda kuddamu mwogerako ye nga Shakib.
Okay, quick question. Do you remember? So, if you watched, you listened to another audio that circulated. This guy told Zari, I'm now showing you how disrespectful this woman is to this little child. Sorry, I take it back. To this young man, Shakib. Yagamba
You see
Zari.
how you're also being disrespectful.
I am sorry. That's why I took it back.
But
some people.
Shakib is not so young. Just say to this gentleman.
Okay, to this gentleman.
Yeah. And
Thank you for correcting me. This gentleman called fiance we oba mukyala we yakuba yakati yamuwasa. N'amugamba nti I want to leave Uganda, come to South Africa and stay there with you for at least a month. Zari's response was that I cannot, these are Zari's words, I cannot stand you for a month.
he should get
very
busy.
busy with work, with the ABCD, and I'm like, yo.
Listen.
There are so many red flags that to me, I wouldn't have considered them ethical in this relationship, and I wouldn't have the thought of staying any longer. Because
in a relationship.
yes, exactly. Because
But that is what I'm
ekisoka mu
saying.
byonna.
Everyone has different values, and that is why you're saying you can't stand it. And Shakib is still bearing with it.
girl, listen, there is no way. Omukyala ali very beautiful like Zari at her age with money, alina such kind of intelligence. Lwaki wabanga alina values, lwaki anoonya abaana abato?
Ngambye sigambye nti values. Ngambye everyone has their own values. Values could be pleasing to you or unpleasant.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that is why Zari ne Rema bali different. Rema ayinza n'okuba tagendayo kutwalayo omwana oyo.
Amulengera amuwa Evelyn namulondo namutwalayo.
Yes, because she doesn't want to get into that mess. But people should understand that there was a time Zari and Diamond were in that sport. And all of us cannot understand why Zari decided to move away from that sport to a sport where they are so close with the dad and they are co-parenting bulungi. Because maybe her kids were asking a lot of questions.
Right.
And she didn't have the answers to that.
Yes, but
You
now,
get what I'm saying?
But now,
and you're not going to take them
Zari
back
so
to that
was
sport.
ex-baby daddy than the
Era nze
guy
mbabuulira
who
amazima
I'm in a
omuntu
relationship with right
adeetinga
now.
Diamond n'adeetinga Zari, they are in for it. Bagume.
Yeah?
Oh, bwe wayagala okuleka in the desert without water. Yogera ku Zari, yogera ku Zari, oba Diamond yagaleka Zari, obizzeeyo. Diamond agenda kwegaana mu maaso g'abantu. Diamond agenda kwogera ku Zari kintu n'eki.
But is that fair? But like, would you want someone to give you
naye
that
kati okumanya
treatment?
let me tell you one thing. Okumanya abantu tebagira tebakitegeera bulungi.
Because I believe I believe
ewa Zari tobadde toyina toyagalayo baana ate oyagala gwe yazaalamu abaana bamugobe.
No, sigamba amugobe. There is there should be a
I'm telling you, Shakib would have been at very much peace if Diamond yali tajjaawo. Problem is that Shakib can't provide what Diamond kids want. And are used
okitegedde
to.
kintu ekyo.
Because there are some men, by the way. Let me give you an example of a prominent couple that I know. Tofesi Dibia has over 6 or 7 kids. But he has a wife who is a doctor, and he has a baby mama who is a doctor, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And that baby mama of his has a husband who is a pastor. You get what I'm saying? And they have money.
Yeah?
And those kids that Two-Face Dibia had with that woman.
How many?
2 boys. Call the other guy daddy because he gives them everything that their dad could possibly have given them.
So if you choose to come into these
luxury relationships, you should also come with your luxury. Because you can say sagala mulabako sagala kulabati ngosobola osasula tuition million 2 ge basasula ku ssomero liri.
So ekibonyaabonyeza
kati ekibonyabonya Shakib ku byonna Diamond byakolera abaana bwe talina wadde n'eki kyasobola kukola.
Okay, that brings us to what do you bring to the table?
What do you bring?
But
there are a lot of people.
Is that a nice way to ask your partner?
If he's disturbing you like Shakib and he's not bringing anything.
Okay, you're for the girl child.
Let me tell you.
Even if the girl child does something wrong,
let me tell you
one for the girl
thing
child.
I will always tell you. Abasajja oba defending oleka oba waka defending ange newoba kunyiga. Nedda. Abasajja, they did not deserve rights. Yes.
Did you see a Nigerian guy go buy you passport ku airport?
Najirabye.
Omukazi amuyinamu abaana because 2 kids went in the airport with the mother and there was another child that was in the stroller with the dad. Omukazi yayuzizza passport yonna n'agiyuza obutaddamu kulabako ka piece n'akamu.
Kati kankubuulire.
That
is what I say.
Don't you think
by the
such
time
men
a woman gets to that point,
their rights?
But let me tell you, You have not heard what he did to the woman. Why are you seeking man rights before you hear what that man did to the woman?
Well, the problem is that women of these days come in the public to really demean their husbands, their boyfriends, the father of their kids.
Well, let me tell you, you men torture women in private, emotionally, physically, and everything else.
But like you said, Shakib waba tayagala ave mu relationship gyalimu alaba nga tekitambula nga ye bwakyagala. Why don't these women realize that they need to get out of this relationship as soon as they realize that this man
Well, she's trying to bring up her kid, not in a rental home. And let me tell you, at one point katingabo bwe babeera ebweru aba ayambala musajja kubanga bwagamba nti fuluma wano gwafuluma. Yes.
Ebweru eyo.
Yes.
Ate bweru ndooza yo tewali rights z'abasajja n'akamu. Omukazi akukuba emiggo n'ayita ne poliisi n'agamba obadde omutuga. By the time they get to know.
Kati bw'olaba omukazi ayuza passport gy'osobola ogenda wali n'olimba nti yabuze.
Naye I felt sorry for that guy. Because I don't know
you're
what
feeling
he's
sorry
going
for him, but these men kill our sisters. They kill our daughters. They kill everyone in those homes. That is what they do. They beat them to death.
Yeah, I saw a Ghanaian pastor that shot their wife
exactly,
dead.
Exactly.
That video was heartbreaking.
Yes, and that is what you men do. But when women bring out their clothes... Apart from that, there is also a Nigerian man who domestically abused a Nigerian gospel artist mpaka kumutta. Omukyalo oyo 2 years ago omusajja ye yamutta yamukubanga emiggo mpaka omukazi kumutta. Kati olaba, you men abuse these women emotionally because now if you get those rights, men rights or whatever you people seek for, you're going to misuse it because even right now you don't have it, but you keep doing whatever you're doing. That is why you do not deserve it. Abasajja balina kufanga bakookolima.
No. Take it back. You're with a man on a podcast. You cannot wish that for the man.
But kakati ati abasajja owookyamu defending ng'akola kino.
Man, Jesus Christ.
How am I going to defend someone who is going to treat someone's daughter like that? Eh?
I really,
who is going to treat someone?
I'm totally against people that get to that extreme.
Who is going to be behaving like that? And let me tell you, men don't even realize when they are emotionally abusing these women. When this woman is dying emotionally, they think abuse is just mukube emigo. But abuse is physical, emotional, and every other thing.
Emotional, like how?
Nti oyinza n'okuba omugamba ebintu ebimuwuliza obubi n'atulaawo n'agamba naye omusajja ono gwe nkolera kino nekino lwaki aba ngamba ebintu bwe biti nze bye sitamugamba naye abakazi bw'akyuka ye n'atandika okukola ebyo badde omukola alina ebisimbi. Do you see why I say men don't deserve any rights? Because there are women talk until they cannot talk anymore. And when it's time for payback time,
men, we are in the bad books of women.
They do not want to receive that a dose of their own medicine.
Do you call yourself feminine?
No, let me tell you, I am not a feminist. I'm not a feminist because I don't like the way people describe the word feminist. You get what I'm saying? But I am for women. I am for women.
No, you can be a feminist in a description. So I think people use those description to mean feminism.
No, a lot of people
to make it look bad.
Feminism with being a good woman or with being a woman who is independent. But there are independent women who have also homes. And a lot of feminists mix feminism with being married. Or you don't have to get married. Or you don't need a man. No, we need these men. But if they are behaving like idiots, we are going to treat them like idiots. And that is it. And that is where I say I am for women.
So So going back to this.
So for me,
luxury
Zari and Shakib, I feel like Shakib has already betrayed because if you
this is my question. The way Zari is, the way she calls herself the boss lady,
and
the lady with
the boss
money.
lady.
She's very intelligent, very beautiful.
Oh yes.
Why has she chosen to be into relationships ez'abantu abatali ku level ye? Because with that profile I've given you,
but let me tell
why
you one
doesn't she
let me tell you one
a man
love
of her capacity?
Let me tell you
a man that suits her
what
profile.
do you call a
Because
man
Shakib,
of
Shakibu,
her capacity? What do you call a man of her capacity? Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
Men would find a girl from the village n'asalawo ayagala omuwala oyo ow'omukyalo.
Okay.
Naye nga yasoma, alina degree, akoze ssente, naye n'asalawo ayagala omukyalo oli ow'omukyalo. Kyogamba tewabaayo bakazi ba kapasite.
Babeerayo.
Aba ayagadde muntu n'ampisa ze.
Okay.
Love does not choose who. Ti omuntu oba omwagadde tekigaana kubanga mu mudde eyo ajja kufuuka ky'otayagala. Oba okitegeera. Tioyinza okwagala omuntu lwakuba omwagalako bino. And sometimes, by the way, red flags zino tuziraba ku bantu. Nene tugamba maybe ekajja kikyusa bwe naamutuukako bwe tunaatuula wansi ku table ne tukyogera. Ajja kikyusa. Ogenda okulaba ng'omuntu takikyusizza.
Right.
Nga y'empisa ye.
Kakati oyagala kunga, because now you've given an example of a man, and we know men are the one that hunt for women, you get. But now Zari,
but even when a man decides okay ngenda ku approachinga Zari n'ayogera bulungi, Zari maybe alina kye yayagala ku Shakibu.
Ebiseera ebisinga bagamba nti abakazi bategeera way further ahead than us. Oba oli ku lwaleero ng'omukazi ali ku next week okitegeera, oba oli ku next week ng'omukazi azeeyo emyaka 2 emabega. You get my point? That is how women are described. This woman right here, okay, someone like Shakib approached you.
Oh, you expected her to understand what is going on.
And you're coming to us in public asking, what does this guy
now
bring
let
to
me
the
tell
table?
you how the women's intuition works, because maybe you don't get it when people say.
Make us understand,
Yes.
even the listeners.
The women's intuition works in this way. When a woman gets... Omanya abasajja balimba, and most women fall prey.
Okay.
But when they get into these relationships...
Literally all women were lied to.
Yes. Some are not lied to. I won't say all of them. That is why I said most.
Why I'm saying they were lied to. Ebigambo bye bakozesa okubafuna bye bimu omuntu oyo byakozesa n'okufuna omulala. Like it is always the same. It is always the same.
That is why I said most. I said the biggest number of women are lied to. I won't say all of them, because there are those who actually see through it and say, you know what, stop. You get what I'm saying? Stop telling me that nonsense. But this is how the women's intuition works. It doesn't work when omusajja azza omukwana. It works ng'omukazi ono atandise okubeera n'omusajja ono. Maybe they have gone on 2, 3, 4 dates, 5 dates.
Okay.
They are still dating for 2, 3 years. Ogenda okulaba ng'omukazi agamba omusajja ono alowooza mugezi, kumbe nze kiri nakirabye. Oba okitegeera.
Okay.
That is how it works. Ye aba amanyi nti ono omusajja abala kino. Because akulaba ne actions zo z'okola. Akulaba weefuula omugezi. Naye taba takirabiddeewo wali ng'omukwana. Because sometimes you first need to see what someone is doing to understand where they are going.
Okay.
Sometimes even hear them speak.
But would you proceed to go further in this relationship after seeing these red flags on those first 4 dates?
Let me tell you one thing.
Or this is where you bring in that, okay, you wait and see whether you guys can talk about it.
Women are very loving creatures. Women are given a chance to have been created to give people chances. on to give people chances on everything that is going on and everything that is happening.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Omuntu ayinza okukola ekintu omukazi n'asigala nga amusonyiwa because amanyi muntu era abakazi batondebwa kubeera bwe batyo kuba be bazaala abaana. Kati gwe weebuuze senga abakazi baali bazaala abaana ne babanyiigira ne batabasonyiwa senga basuula bameka. You get what I'm saying? Nti omwana buli wakola ensobi nga, and that is the heart women have even when it comes to men. Nti omusajja asobola okukola kino naye ajja kukyuka. Yakikoze because of maybe this, maybe namunyiiziza. And very many women actually sit down there ne be blaming. Ne bagamba omanyi omusajja kyabika namunyiiziza. Naye nga amazima matuufu gali nti omusajja alina ensobi z'akola. And that is where men get blinded.
So what is your final say?
Well, my final say is that Shakib bw'aba alaba ekintu kimuyitiridde kakiveemu. Kuba amazima gali nti talina kyaleeta ku ttebo. Tulabyeko abasajja. Shaquille O'Neal mukazi we ya divorcinga. Yes, abasajja b'abantu basasula abasajja b'wabweru basasula child support, yes. Naye omusajja gwe yafuna omukazi pastor ayina ssente ze, prominent pastor. You get what I'm saying? Ate ye asobola okulabirira abaana n'omusajja ne bwakira ku makyana agaa nsigenda kubalabirira. Oba okitegeera?
Right.
Naye Shakib asobola okutwala abaana ba Diamond mu masomero ge basomeramu. Asobola. Nga twogera mazima asobola. N'omubiri gutandise kunyirira kati ng'ali ne Zari. Kati nga tudda kwoyo kambabuulire bw'aba Shakib alaba nga kimuyitiriddeko akifulumemu.
Yeah. Really, I think, but I mean, that was cruel though for Zari to ask this
It is also
guy,
cruel
for
Shakib to say, oh, kati Zari mbadde mwagala kimu, mbadde mwagala mu baana. Alabye Zari talina baana. Yagenda ogende wa Zari nga Zari amugamba nti noonya baana.
Walai, you are anti Shakib, walai.
Ate kubuulira amazima Zari bw'aba ayagala omwana asobola omuzaala.
Okay, this is my final say to all men or gentlemen, not gentlemen, but men out there. Nganange neetaddemu. If you do not have what to bring to the table, and for us men, ekisinga okwogerwako nti kye kino ky'olina okuleeta ku table. If that question is posed to you, what do you bring to the table? Ye kyetoololera nnyo ku ssente. Are you ready to take care of? Are you ready to provide to this family? You get my point. Not only financially, but emotionally.
Yes, physically be
mentally.
Present, mentally.
Yes.
Be present.
Yes.
Men should, by the way, let me make something clear. Men should stop thinking everything is about money.
But 90% it is.
Because sometimes you can bring that money, but your kids don't even like you.
Right now, this situation of Zari and Shakib has showed us that 97%.
Because maybe
is
Diamond
money.
is more present emotionally.
But Diamond is more present financially.
I'm telling you.
Nayomanyi simati waya. But did you see what transpired to
but
bring
let me
all
tell
this
you,
together?
for women, sex is not an emotional fulfillment.
No. Let's. But you've said it that abakyala abakuze nga Zari batuuka ekiseera nga tebakyayagala bali abantu abakulu ab'emyaka gyabwe kuba libido yaabwe oba kaŋŋambe nti sex drive yaabwe etandika okugenda ku top. Etandika okutuuka ku self actualization. so basically n'abeera nga ayagala muntu wamumatiza. Kyekirwaki they go down here and pick these young men that go to the gym and all that kind. You get? So saagala ekyo kijjewo nti ebiseera ebisinga akasente oba nfuna. So abavubuka, all men out there, I want you to know one thing. Kyenjagala mumanye oba nange nga neetaddemu nti bwe bakubuuza ekibuuzo, what do you bring to the table? Ekibuuzo ekyo from my co-host out here, ekigambo ekitali pleasant to her, and it is not pleasant when it is asked to a woman. At least ask it, phrase it differently, because that is arrogance, that is demeaning, which is right, and I agree after reflecting to it. Now, of course, Urban Dictionary and the era we are in.
There's no dictionary that asks what do you bring to the table now.
No, when I say Urban Dictionary, I mean the slangs ziriko zebakozesa abantu. I understand. So bannange tugende tunoonye ssente. Abasajja tugende tunoonye ssente.
Mugende munoonye ssente ate bw'obeera mu kintu ng'owulira omukazi akusinga ssente gwe ng'okivaamu. Oba compromise buli kimu
osigaleyo shakibu ate shakibu bwenziramu okulaba nga opostinze video ne pictures eziri mu Zari. I am very sorry, sikyalina remorse gy'oli kuba there is so much ebirabika nga if it was me ekikumise nga nateekako dda. You're trying to get money from Zari. However, audios ezavuddeyo olaganga Zari takuwangako ssente era Zari mukodo ne family yekimanyi. Naye, why are you still there? Why did you go on? Because ebiseera ebisinga ekitwagazisa abakazi, number one, to have kids. Number one, to have peace. Number two, ng'otuuse ku level egamba nti you know what, I am done with all these sagala kosa tamu gye njagala kosa naye I'm done with women, kati njagala kusetolinga n'omu. Kyekikumakinga okufuna omu n'ogamba kogende ne mu church, kogende ne mu muzikiti, omulageyo ewa Katonda nti yono wange, which Shakib did. Naye Shakib bw'otandika n'oddeeyo okutuwuddisa nti Zari wamusanga alina abaana toli awo nti omulinda kuba ABCD. No, do not come and start telling us that bullshit. We are not going to listen to it. Just pack your things and go, otunde underwear zo ku gundi ku moro yammwe wali e Kampala kansanga. So please, we are done with this crap. And Zari, find the money that suits your standards. Omusajja atagenda kukulumya mutwe. Oba ofunye kikadde kyonga mugwe funa ekyo.
Okay. So mwebale kutuwuliriza.
Our esteemed listeners, please jump into the comment section and please share your views. What do you think? Mbadde ne co-host wange leero abadde fire. Abula leero abadde ali anti Shakib, ali pro Zari. Mu byonna ebya transpiring naye mbadde nkyayongerayo nga njagala mubuuza ye senga azadde omwana nga Shakib nga omukyalo namuyisa bw'ati, would she have been pro the other woman? Naye katukirekere mmwe singa olina omwana ow'obulenzi nga Shakib ng'omukyala Zari amuyisizza nga Zari bwa handling all this situation, would you as a woman, would you have defended or been on Zari's side? Let me see that in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe. We love you. Peace out.